Hi, my name is Reese from the Eastern Suburbs School of Music. Today teaching you the guitar solo out of Getaway by Kiss. It sounds like this. So let's show you how to play that phrase by phrase. First of all, a reminder that most Kiss tunes are tuned down flat, and this is one of those songs, so your top string will need to be E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, B flat, and E flat. Scale-wise as well, this one does jump around a little bit, but definitely know your pentatonic scale, and at 8th fret is where the end of this solo ends up. Just click the little video tab appearing above me now, take you to my lesson on how to play that particular scale if you don't know it already. So first of all, we're starting off in phrase 1 with a big slide and bend into the 12th fret of the 4th string. So you've got double dots at that particular fret, and you're bending and returning, pulling down. I'm pulling down on this instance just because we've got more surface area on the fretboard if you pull down, and it makes it easy to do that quite wide bend and stretch of the string. Following that, bends at 13th fret of the 3rd string, a full tone bend. If you haven't done bends before, just click the little video tab appearing above me now. We'll take you to my lesson on how to do bends correctly. So that particular phrase, just putting it together. And that's what I'll call phrase 1. Pause this video now, just get used to playing this phrase, and when you're ready, move on to phrase number 2. Phrase number 2 sounding like this. So I'm up at the 13th and 15th frets. 13 on 2 and 15 on 3rd string. A bend, just like we did in phrase 1. And then strumming up and down that 13th fret of 2nd string. 1, 2, 3 times. Down, up, down. And repeat it. And then the last one out of this little section, just a bend and a single strike of 13th fret on 2nd string. He then follows that up with 2 bends. So bend, strum, once, bend, bend. And then one single hit of the 15th fret. So bend, strum, bend, 1, bend, strum. One single strum. So this next part of phrase 2, we're hitting a single note at the 16th fret. So use your dots at 15 and 17 to guide you. 16th fret. And then this repeated phrase, a hammer on and pull off on 2nd string of 13, 16, 13. And then a single note, 15th fret of 3rd string. And then finishing this part of the phrase, a single 13th fret on 2nd string. So you've just come off the bends. Is how those 2 parts will glue together. The last part of this phrase, we've got some big string bending to do. So I'm at 16th fret of 2nd string again and doing an overbend. It would be known as a tone and a half bend. So the pitch that we're bending to is the note that sounds 3 frets higher on the 2nd string. So to help you practice this, hit the 20th fret note. So that makes it a 2-tone bend. And that completes phrase number 2. So what we get here then, 3 sections to this phrase. The bending at the start, the typical A lick, and then our overbends, our 2-tone bend. Is coming up next. Just pause this video now, take your time learning phrase number 2, and we're back for phrase 3 next. Phrase number 3 sounding like this. So I've just come off phrase number 2 of our big overbends. Back into the pentatonic shape that I talked about at the start of the lesson. 8th fret being where it starts. And I'm hitting the notes 8, 11, 8, doing hammer on and pull off. 10 on 3rd string, then back to 8. That's the first part of this 3rd phrase. Using the pattern of the scale to play pull-offs. If you haven't done the pull-off technique before, just click the little video tab appearing above me right now. I'm at 11 and 8 on 1st string and 11 and 8 on 2nd string. And I think we're going to do that 3 times. Yes, 3 times, and then finishing at 8th fret of 1st string with a single note. So pause this video now, just take some time learning that phrase number 3 being. We're back for phrase 4 next. Finishing out the solo now with phrase number 4. You've just come off phrase 4. So after our pull-off lick, we get this. So I'm hitting 11th fret of the 2nd string following this scale, then a hammer on and pull off 8, 11, 8, 10, and then back to 8. That 10 was on 3rd string, back to 8 on 2nd string. Bend and return at 10th fret of 3rd string to your 8th fret of 3rd string, 10 on 4th string, and then back to 8. And then to finish out phrase number 4 and finish out the solo, bending down on 4th string at 10th fret, pulling down. Yes, Tommy Taylor, you can bend the 4th string. This is how you do this particular solo. He blew it on the cruise. So that finishes phrase number 4. I'll slowly put together the whole solo now with the clean tone. So we start out with our big. That was phrase number 1, starting 12th fret of the 4th string. Then we get our bends. completes the solo to Getaway. Good luck learning this particular solo. If you've learnt something or enjoyed the video, please click that thumbs up button. Subscribe to our channel, the Eastern Suburbs School of Music, here on YouTube. And if you've got any questions, comments, or even requests for other solos, please leave them on this video and I'll get around to answering them as soon as possible.